I went to a high school called Melvindale High School. It was a school that I went to that I'm grateful that I did because I had a choice between a high school called Southwest High School, which was predominantly black, and I had a very traumatic experience with my own peers. But then I
Mm-hmm.
had an opportunity to go to Melvindale, and at that time, that was more so predominantly white. So I made the choice to go to that school. So I thought that I was going to experience racism. I'm like, damn, I dealt with my own
Mm-mm.
people. They about to go, and I'm watching movies like Mean Girls. I'm like, oh Lord, it's gonna be crazy. But
But they were
my
more
high
self-receptive.
yeah, but my high school experience, like when people say high school is the best 4 years of your life, I can attest to that because that was a
Really?
time where people didn't judge. Like I was a part. Well, let me stop because I feel like I'm getting ahead of your questions. So let me
That's,
just say that I went to Melvindale High School, and then we go
no, go
forward because
ahead.
I okay. So
Because we're still in high school, so go ahead.
okay. So one thing that I do love, and I'm starting to fall back in love with, is I guess because I was doing it for a big part of my life. I love acting. Acting is one of my passions. Music is too. I'm starting to still growing that,
Right,
but
right.
acting is one of my passions. So
I don't think
I
I
ended up.
did you express that before? Because I don't think I knew that.
No, no, no,
I
no, no,
didn't
no,
know that.
no, 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 no,
Oh, I'm
no,
about to say, I
no.
was like, I
These
didn't
are
know
one of
that.
my
Okay.
gifts. Like I've always been
Ah.
a person who, like when I was in church, I would always be a part of church plays, and
Mm.
obviously I was so good they didn't even ask me; they just told me. Well, you gonna do this, so I did it. You know what I mean? I was always in programs and stuff. That's again, I'm very charismatic, especially as a child. But in high school, I ended up going to my being a part of my drama club, which at that time was predominantly white, and I auditioned and I got a role in it. But then because my teacher kind of read me for filth a little bit because I was used to acting in church plays.
Mm.
Now I'm acting in a high school play, and she was kind of like, you might want to tone that down. So she humbled me, but because I'm a
Oh,
student, I was like,
okay.
okay, I want to learn. And because of that, like after I had my first role in a play, every role after that was always like a lead male role. Yeah, a male lead role, and I was the first African American to have multiple male lead roles in that school.
In that school. Oh, you're the first.
The first, yes,
So that's a Black
multiple.
History. That's a
Yes,
Black History
yes.
Month moment. Yes, congratulations. That's a Black History Month moment.
Thank you.
And yes, I'm definitely. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
What made them? Again, going back to the trusting. What made them? What made them, in your own words, trust you? To kind of take on that responsibility.
Well, so as far as getting those lead roles,
Roles. Elite.
okay. One thing I really do appreciate about my drama teacher at the time, her name is Miss Smith. Shout out to her, Miss Smith.
Shout out to.
She was literally very, very DEI. If you can bring this character to life, it don't matter what you look like.
Mhm,
Just
mhm,
do it. So
mhm.
she really
I
just
don't like
go
that
off
term.
based off of your
Mhm,
talent of,
mhm.
of of how you bring it. And because I'm already charismatic, I just learned how to be more charismatic in a more theatrical way. And because I'm good at adapting and certain things like that, I was able to kind of like whenever I audition for a part, people would be like, "He got it." I'm like, "We don't know yet till we see the thing," because I might be gagged, but any part that I wanted, I got it.
You earned it.
Yeah, and I earned it, yes. But I
Mhm.
also got it because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get this part because this is what I want. You know what I'm saying? But to your
Wow.
point, I
Okay.
had to get on stage and earn it, and I appreciate that. One play that I do remember is we always did older plays because they were cheaper. But there was this play called The Princess and the Pea, and I played the character of Prince Dauntless, who was the male lead character. And I'm the prince, right? I'm the son. My mama's white, my daddy's Latino, and they gave birth to a black child. This is some Cinderella Brandy
Mhm,
version stuff
mhm.
going on, but
Yes,
that's how inclusive
yes.
it was.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
nobody in the crowd was like, oh, this is wrong. Oh, no, they enjoyed
Right,
themselves because when you're
right.
acting, you are
Yes.
supposed to have a
Open
suspended
mind.
disbelief.
Mhm.
This is
Yes.
this is this is fictional,
Suspended
but I'm glad
disbelief.
that
I
she
like
did
that.
that. I'm glad that
Yeah, I
she did
like
that.
that.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah, DEI. I don't like that term too much, but I mean, I don't know.
Oh,
That's another
I
conversation.
understand. Well, for
Yeah,
lack of a
yeah,
better term,
yeah, yeah.
DEI. Yes.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I know, I understood why you added it, but, I just
Yeah.
the overall, setup is like, I'm not really a fan of that, but
Okay.
yeah, so,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, but okay, but so how did you, develop that love for acting, and where you hope to go with it
Um, I
at this
developed
point?
that I developed that love for acting, like I said, at a young age because I was already pretending to be somebody else. So I kind
Okay,
of started
true.
just getting really good at it. Um, I kind of fell off from that when I got in my first relationship because I started for the majority of my 20s. I was more so male centered or
Okay.
whatever. It's just that now that I'm in my 30s, I'm gonna be 35 this year. So now that I'm in my
Okay.
30s,
Okay.
I'm falling back in love with it. So I haven't been in anything as of yet, but on my channel, what I plan to do in March is like maybe do an acting, like a monologue or something.
Oh,
And
we're
I'm
gonna do
really
some
pushing
acting.
it.
Now that I
Yeah.
know, Bubs, we're
Huh?
gonna do some acting. Now that I know, let me go ahead. Let me get you together real quick. Are you on your
Okay.
phone or on your computer?
I'm using my phone as a webcam, but I have my laptop here.
Okay. I'm gonna put something in the back chat real quick, but
Hmm.
yeah, keep talking.
Okay. Oh, what was I
Yeah,
saying?
so you
That's
was talking, yeah, you
Thank you.
yeah, you saying that you was gonna put more like more acting or
Oh
more
yeah,
of
yeah,
that,
yeah.
on your channel.
Thank you, thank you. Yes, I'm going to experiment with some monologues because there's some things that I've seen, and I kind of want
Nice.
them to be more so dramatic or intense, and I'm gonna try to make myself cry. I'm gonna try to because I feel like
Mm. Have
there's
you
certain
done
things that
that?
happen. I
Have you
mean,
done that? And when you started acting in high school, have you done that?
no, this has just happened like recently.
Oh,
Recently,
okay.
like within the past 5, 6 years, I feel like I want to kind of test myself with that in a sense.
Okay. But yeah, but
So
okay, so you're gonna challenge yourself.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I love that for you. Yes, I'm looking forward to that too. But thank you for sharing that, by the way.
No
Yeah, is that an
problem.
exclusive, Bubs? Is that, just humor me? Is that exclusive?
As far as what?
As
Me
far as
doing
your
acting?
acting, because like I said, I didn't know about the acting stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
well, maybe as far as what my skills are now, probably an exclusive because I'm still trying to figure out what the hell that looks like. But
Right.
there is a video on my YouTube channel where I
Oh, it
was in
is.
high school. I did like an anti-bullying. No, this after high school, like a few years. I'm sorry, but I went back to my high school and we filmed an anti-bullying skit in
Nice.
it. So yeah, if you guys want to check out kind of what that was
Yes.
like, y'all can go ahead and go on my channel. It's called, I think it's called Enough is Enough, if I'm not mistaken. So you'll see
Good
it soon.
one. Good one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. And so, what are other things you got into in high school? 'Cause high school, like I said, that's a whole nother level of self discovery because you already kind of advanced in elementary,
Yeah.
junior high school. So now you're
Mm-hmm.
kind of like a novice at the self
Mm-hmm.
discovery, where you're maturing. I don't know if you had a growth spurt or not, because usually that happens around high school.
Mm-hmm.
Did you you talked about the acting. Did you get into any other activities? How were your grades? Like, what,
Mm.
so
Okay.
more of high school.
Let's see. Well, my freshman years, my grades towards the end kind of got a little bad, but after that, I did good.
You
I did
excelled.
good.
Okay.
So yeah. So, as far as grades and everything, that was cool. Um, as far as dating was concerned, I did not come out until after high school.
Okay.
So I did have a few girlfriends, but that was just to try to get my dad off my back and other people off my
Mm,
back. But as far as the self discovery of who like I really was, there were people in my drama club who of course are part of the queer community, so to be able to see them exist and to be around them as opposed to what I've been hearing in church a lot and realize that there are other people who are like me and to see the level of
mm-hmm.
like freedom that they had, like yeah, people said things but wasn't nobody getting bullied, wasn't nobody getting attacked like
Right.
how I
Shouldn't be.
did.
Right.
So it
Right.
was like
Right. I get it. Yeah.
I am so glad that I lived because if I would have not lived I would have not known that this actually exists. So
Mm-hmm.
that and mostly for me for high school it was really just drama club. I just loved acting so much. I was always there even on the days where I was not scheduled to be a part of the
Okay.
rehearsals.
You
I
went
was
on your
still
own.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
was drama club was more so like my safe space. So I was for the majority of my high school career I did that. I did no sports, nothing like that. Drama was my
Your thing.
sport.
That was your thing. Absolutely.
Mhm.
So you say that you started dating. You started dating in high school, right?
Mhm.
So you dipped into a lady pond a little bit.
Well, I
Yeah.
did not. I mean, I've
Yeah.
never been intimate
It was like
with a
you
female
never
before.
been intimate. Okay.
Never
Okay.
have, but I dated
It
them.
was
I
a
did kiss. It was more so
mhm.
like a, and I hate to use this term because unfortunately, a lot of gay men who are not walking in their truth, trying to assimilate, they use this term called beard. So basically, these
Yes,
girlfriends
yes.
were people that
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just wanted to say though I had a girlfriend, and to those women, I apologize because that was not right, and that was not fair to do that to them. It was points to where my girlfriends would have to call my dad, and my dad would be like, "You ain't spending time with your girlfriend." It was like, "Oh Lord, please
Oh,
don't tell me that my
wow.
son is this." You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like giving that a little bit, But yeah, I had a few girlfriends, but I wasn't intimate with them, even though they were very adamant and trying to do
They
that with
tried it.
me.
Yeah, because
Yes.
well, look at you. I mean,
Oh, thank you.
shoot, I would tear you up too. Shoot,
Thank
what you
you.
mean?
Thank
You kind of,
you.
yeah. I don't know if anybody told you because you kind of put me in the Leon Thomas space.
Leon
Yeah, you kind,
Thomas. Who was that
yeah.
again?
A
Because I'm
mutt.
having a
I'm a
brain fart.
dog.
Oh,
I'm a
oh,
mutt.
him. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. You got that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank
Nobody
you.
told
Thank
you
you.
that?
Mm-mm. I've
I
been
don't
told I
know.
look like Raheem Devon. I'm like,
Mm.
I don't know if
Okay.
that's I don't really see that as a compliment, but I mean, if you said,
Really?
hey, he fake, I,
You really?
I have just like how gay people are not like a monolith. Everybody got their own, I guess, types or whatever.
Yeah.
Raheem would just be my bro. We would just be cool.
Okay, right.
We'd be
Okay.
cool.
Shout
You
out
know
to
what I'm
Ryan
saying?
Devon. I'm a
Yeah.
fan of, I'm a fan. Shout
Oh
out to
yeah.
him.
Shout
But
out
okay.
every word in
Yeah.
this song. Okay.
Oh, it was
We'll stop.
about you. Hey, hey.
Yes,
Oh,
I
all
told you I
right
know
now.
music. I know some
All right.
music.
Okay. All right. We're gonna get into that too. Okay, we're gonna get
Yes.
more of that later on. So yes, so now you came, when did you say you come out? You came out after high school?
Yeah, I came out in 2009.
What was the reaction of your family, church? Like, what was their reaction? I mean,
Ooh.
because everything they knew it was there, but once it was confirmed,
Yeah.
what was that like?
As far as my family, because I just keep it brief because I had it was
Okay,
levels to this. But I came out to my sister first. My sister cried not because of me being gay or
was
saying was really
proud.
loving. It was more so the fact of what could happen to me because of that now.
Oh
The
yeah, yeah.
awareness, like now you actually confirming this, like you're gonna give them ammunition. I told my mother. My mother, in a sense, kind of knew, but it was funny because when I told her, I remember I had brought her in the living room and I'm like, Mom, I got something to tell you. And the first thing that she came out of her mouth was like, you got somebody pregnant? I'm like, well, I don't know. Depending on how I answer, you would
See,
probably prefer that one. But no, that is not the case, Mom. And then
moms
she
usually
said,
know though.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because she was the next thing she said, she was like, "What you like guys or something?" And I kind of just paused and looked at her, and that's when she was like, "I kind of knew that." Like you said,
Mm-hmm,
I kind of
mm-hmm.
knew that. I didn't know it, but you know what I'm saying. The person that I was afraid to tell, and the last person that I told was my father,
Of
and I
course.
remember like the night because at that time during the summertime, that's when I came out. My parents would go to this place called Belle Isle, and they would like fish and spend time together. So my mother told him, and I remember when they left, I packed a suitcase. I was dressed. I'm like, oh Lord, I've seen this. I've read the
Oh,
stories. I've
really?
seen the
Oh wow,
videos.
you was preparing
Like I was
yourself.
prepared. Yes, yes, I was preparing myself for the worst. My father came home. He knocked on my door and called me down, and then he was like, despite how I'm feeling right now, I want you to know that I
Mm.
still love you.
Oh,
But he had to work through that because the next
yes.
thing that happened is that he told my pastor about it. And now I'm on
Mm.
my way to a deliverance service.
Oh, what was that like?
At first, when it happened, I did not know where we were going. I because at that time my pastor, when I was in church, was somewhat progressive. Somewhat like he was speaking differently than what I was used to. So I didn't know what was going to happen. I was like, okay, well, maybe we're just going to go somewhere and talk or whatever. Then we pulled up to this church, and in my spirit, I'm like, here we go. So we walk
Mm.
in, and there's a prophetess there,
Mm.
and she's laying hands and all that type of stuff. And we sitting there, and in my spirit, I'm just like, I'm upset because I'm like, and scared because it's like now I'm actually in this situation, this experience that I've read about, that I've heard people talk about. Now I'm in it and in it again because I didn't really, you know what I'm saying? Like I thought I was moving forward in my life, but here we are back again with the whole religious aspect of it. And he said, go up there in line. And I went up there in line. I threw my hands up and I said, okay, at this damn point, universe, let me tell you
Mm.
something. If what is inside of me is true, and if what is inside of me is not real and is not of you, I'm in this space right now to just let it go. Because at this point, if that's what it's going to be, let it go. And as the prophetess was walking past me, she looked me dead in my face and then proceeded to move forward. So I'm I'm
Mm.
I'm literally in a point to where again, like a lot of queer people do, in submission to let it
Yeah,
go, and nothing. It wasn't no grabbing on the stomach. It was none of that. And after that experience, I was quiet the entire time. I didn't say anything. We went out to eat afterwards, and I was just.
cause so she knew. Sound like she knew.
But
Mm.
if what it was wrong and evil, and I'm sitting here being vulnerable spiritually the way that I thought the best way I knew how to, and she saw it, why
Right.
wasn't it removed in that moment of submission? So it taught me
But
that
can you remove it? Can it be removed? I mean, if it's something that's
n- to me personally in my own life, no. Just like I can't remove the fact that I'm naturally short. I'm 5'2".
oh yeah, you
I'm a leprechaun. When I say I'm a leprechaun in real, I am a leprechaun in real
yeah, you can
life.
reach that pot of gold.
You know, yes, it's me pot of gold, all
Wow.
magically delicious.
Wow, Bubs. I
So
would not think you would that. Wow.
okay, I might be short, but my heart is big as Texas. Ain't
You
that what
know
Michael Jackson
this
said? So, but just like I will never ever be 5'8", 5'9", 5'10". I mean, they have procedures for that, but I'm not gonna go through that. I'm just
No.
gonna honor what it
Mm-mm.
is that I have, and obviously, it's not stopping no show. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I
Mm-mm.
had to learn that this is who I was, and then after that experience, he dropped me off at home and told me we are gonna talk the next week, and we never did.
Okay.
So at that point, I felt kind of betrayed by my father. But I also had to understand that my father only operated in what he knew, because when you're in an organized religion, you're afraid for your child. You're afraid of your child going to hell. You're afraid of your child with what they may deal with. And most importantly, above all of that, what are these people going to say about me as a parent?
I was gonna say that. He's probably thinking as a reflection of like what he did
Yeah,
wrong.
it's
You
kind of
know?
like, and he
Yeah,
admitted
I was
that. He
yeah.
admitted
Mhm.
that, and it's
Yeah.
kind of like, even I ain't gonna say the word, but you remember from Friday After Next, you like cause your son, you know what I'm saying? Like it's that type of thing. Like who wants to
Yeah.
hear that? So
Yeah.
yeah, at that time when he did that, it was kind of rocky and tough. And then even when I was in a relationship with my partner and we kind of stayed in Detroit for a while, there were some times when my partner told me that my father kind of tried to impose religion onto him, and I didn't really appreciate
Mm.
that at that time.
Mm.
So he was still struggling with it, but I'm glad the
Yeah,
love was
yeah.
there. But he struggled.
Of course, and that's
Hmm.
well, where are you what space are you in now with your parents?
Very good space.
Okay.
I've always been in a good space with my mom because again, she was empathetic and I was able to feel more comfortable talking to her. But as far as my father, he has grown
Good.
tremendously, and I try to
Yeah.
spend as much time with them as possible. Especially now that I'm in Indiana, I'm here helping them out, so it's like we're able to build on our relationship.
Oh, so you all moved to Indiana, not just you?
No, yeah, we all moved. They moved there
Oh.
first because
Oh,
they're
okay.
helping to take care of family down there, and I'm down here as well, helping them as well. So
Oh,
because they're
okay,
getting up in
okay.
age, so they're gonna need some help.
Got it. Duly noted. Yeah, so
Hmm.
Bubs, can you tell me a little bit about your first encounter?
Oh, you're still my back in childhood, or you talking about as an adult? Which one you want?
No, when your very first, the very
Oh,
first.
yes, my very first encounter where I verified that I was
Okay.
sane.
Mhm.
Okay, there was a childhood friend of mine who was also queer and more flamboyant than I was.
Mhm.
And he and I, no, actually, I take that back. I take that back. I take that back. My first experience, and I kind of shared it in my Wonderfully Made, is one of my childhood friends who like lived a few houses down from me. And we always thought that each other was like cute or whatever.
Mhm.
And there was one time where we were under my bed and we were making out and we was just doing the High
It
School
just
Musical, first base touch, kissing and groping and stuff. And there
uh,
was a response there that I didn't get when I did that with my female peers, because some of my female peers wanted me to. So everybody was playing house, but in this instance, I found out that, oh,
look.
I'm the daddy.
Ooh!
That's it's the daddy part, not the daddy mommy. It's the daddy part.
like
I'm like,
like, hey
oh,
daddy. All right. Oh.
but then again, when you're young and you grow up in organized religion, and yes, you have that experience, I can understand why people who are still stuck in that or fear based in that end up being scared after the encounter, because it's like, I can't believe I did that, because a part of me kind of felt guilty for that, because it's like, oh my god, I am actually the affirmation of what these people are saying about me.
Right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? So, and of course, if you don't have no healthy representation of that, and that's all that you have, and you're a child,
Yes.
what do you think you're going to
That's
believe?
right. You're gonna feel so like you're gonna feel some kind of way. And it's gonna sit
Correct.
with you. And it's
Yeah.
gonna sit in you,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But looking back at that experience, what did it teach you?
Well, first of all, it taught me that my ass is queer, and even though, okay, he was my first experience to that, but can I share another experience where it kind of like
Sure.
really validated? And
It
I'm not going to
resonated.
be.
Mhm.
That was the first person that I experimented, but the first person that I had, I'll just say, as Snoop Dogg said, and if y'all can read between the lines, you know what I'm talking about. A sensual seduction. Oh,
Yeah.
if you know the alternate version of the real song, you know what it
Yes.
was. So I
Yes.
remember it was another childhood friend of mine, and again, that was the one that I was going to tell you the story about. And this is gonna sound so crazy, but again, this is if everybody was honest about what they did when y'all was playing house, damn it. But
Oh
anyway,
yeah.
I
Yes.
remember we was all spending the night at this one person's house, and we were all sleeping in this big ass room. So me and this person was in the corner, and we was under the covers. So of course we're just kissing and touching and stuff like that, and grinding on each other. And then all
Oh.
of a sudden I'm like, "What is this feeling that I feel? I thought that I was dying." I'm like, "Oh my god, because I had my first sensual
Ooh.
seduction." So when
Oh.
I had that, I
Oh.
never had it before.
It hits
So
you.
yeah, it hit
Like,
me, and I did
like,
not know.
whoop, there it
I
is.
thought
Oh,
I
okay.
thought I was dying. I'm like, what is this?
Oh,
I
wow.
didn't understand the pleasurable
Really?
aspect of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, tell me more, Bubs. I'm jealous. Go ahead, tell me more.
But
Because
I did that.
I never had one, so
Yeah.
go ahead. Go
Oh
ahead.
my god.
Give me some more. Go ahead.
So when so after that happened, I was like, I don't know if I want to do this, or at least, I
Don't.
guess what turned me into, I guess when you turn with the term of top and bottom, I had that experience, and I went to church, and I heard about AIDS, and I'm like, oh my god, I just got AIDS. I don't know.
That was
I'm ignorant. You know how people are
you,
ignorant about
you
AIDS
came
and
to that
HIV.
conclusion after
Yes,
experiencing that?
yes,
What the
because
hell is
church.
wrong with you?
When
See,
you
you made
being
me. See,
told,
you
no,
done
but
messed up
listen.
my mood. I was so you, Bubs. You could have waited for that one because I was in tune.
Ah, no, but
I was just all
no,
into it. I mean,
no,
and you messed it
I'll
up.
get you back. I'll get you back in tone.
Give
That's not
me,
a
yeah,
problem.
okay,
But
okay,
I'm just
all right.
saying, like, because of organized religion and the
Mm,
narrative that was placed before
right,
people.
right.
Again, we grew up in the '90s, so the late '80s,
Yeah,
early
I know.
'90s was very
Yeah.
like age driven and stuff. And you gonna catch
Mm-hmm.
that. And I'm young, no health representation. I don't even know. At that time, I didn't
And that was
even
the
know
gay
how I was
disease.
transmitted.
Yeah.
I was
Mm-hmm.
just thought that hell I had it because of that experience. But I told him, I said, going forward, I can't get you from the front, because if you do it from the front, you could possibly get AIDS. So you
So that
gonna
was in
have
your
to
mind.
turn around.
Mm,
So then it started
mm.
becoming a part of where we were grinding, but it was more so I'm behind him doing that. And he would want to do that to me, and I'm like, no. So it was kind of like more of the relationship to where like
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
I low key was living the DL life, or DL experience as a child, and then also I was learning in that moment the whole aspect of concept that I didn't know until later, which was top and bottom, because he was always the one that was more of the receiving. Even though we never penetrated each other, it was more so of a grinding,
Right.
what is
Right.
considered fraudage type of
Safe.
thing.
It was
Yeah,
considered like
yeah,
caution. You was cautious.
or what I call body jacking. It's like it's a promissory note that if this is good, then we can move on to the
I promise. I mean,
yeah, then we can move on to the main thing, girl. This is just the trial version. This is the
so what
orientation
are
to
you?
scene.
So what are you?
Oh, I'm a top. And I put that on my height, so there's not a lot, But I've had my experiences with bottoming just to make sure, because in my first relationship,
Right. Right.
I kind of bottomed more
Yeah.
than I wanted to, and I'm like, I
So
don't
you,
have to try
yeah.
crack cocaine 20 times to know that
Right.
the
So yeah,
first
yeah.
time was
You
not it.
explored it. Yeah. But going
I
back
know it.
to, okay, so now we got the got that out the way. Please, let's go get that out the way. So tell me, so you experienced that
Hmm.
that sexual seduction. Can you get
Yes.
yeah, can we get back to that, please?
Yes. So that was a
Please.
person. That was a person that I explored more of the sexual aspect
Uh-huh.
with,
Uh-huh.
and so we did have a lot of that. So there'll be times where I would go over their house. We would be up in the room, in their room where nobody was around, or we would be
Uh-huh.
in my room under the bed. Like there were certain spaces, or there was
Under
one
the bed. What's up
space.
with you under the bed? That's your favorite spot? Under the bed?
It's you can't see nobody. It's that's a child safe space. It's a child safe space. So there was one
Uh-huh.
part that was like more so in the realm of, I guess, thrill seeking or whatever. Now,
Uh-huh.
again, we were all childhood friends. So our childhood friends, we all knew each other and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
We all lived in a small area, so like there was this one part where there was like this space between everybody's gates,
Okay.
and that was known as space where you're gonna go around, play around with, house with, if you want to do that. So there are plenty of times we would be playing tag at night, and me with him be in our space and we'd be doing our thing.
Doing your thing.
Yeah,
Just
he'll pull his pants down. I'll
just
pull my
tagging
pants
and just
down, and we
tagging and
just go
dragging.
ahead and doing what we doing,
Yeah,
and we on the lookout. And that's probably why no shade.
mhm.
Like I haven't been. I've never really been a promiscuous person in a sense. I think it's because I got all of that freaky shit out when I was
Oh, yeah, you kind
when I
of
was a
yeah,
child because I had
yeah,
those
the
experiences.
yeah,
You
the
know what I'm saying?
curiosity was there. So, yeah, but so
Mm-hmm.
what kind of okay, because you take it too long. I'm gonna get into
I'm
the,
sorry.
get to the nitty-gritty. I wanna get into the whole thing about your that peak, you reached that peak and, like, you had that stimulation and that the nerve
Mm-hmm.
endings were just nerving and just can you
Okay,
get to
so
that,
you want me
please?
to be more
Yeah,
graphic? Is what you're saying?
yeah, yeah, just
We
'cause
could be okay.
I have nothing to go with. Look, it's been a while. I'm sorry. It's been a while
No,
for you,
you're good.
bad.
You're good.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm sorry.
well, okay, and again, this is in the context of me being younger. So again, remember that. Keep that in
Yeah.
mind.
Yes, yes.
But
Mhm. Mhm.
there were how can I say this? I'll give you a story then it happened. I'll give you a story.
Give
So
me st yeah, give me a little
so
something.
I remember one
Mhm.
time
Yeah.
as I remember that me and him came back into connection when I was like I want to say 13, 14, 15 years old. And I remember that we all ended up staying at this hotel room or whatever because I think it was my sister's birthday or something. So she invited her
Mhm.
friends and we invited them and he came along. So I remember one time everybody was going out to get food. So when that happened, I'm like, oh, you know what that is? Nigga? You know what it is? So we would do our thing. He would get on. That's why I say I love ass. I love ass. I'm a visual person. I need to see the
Uh-huh.
top part of it. I love the
Uh-huh.
back and the lower lumbar back and the ass
Yeah.
muscles and all that. I like
Yeah,
all
the
that.
muscles,
So
yes.
yes, and
Yeah,
he
we both
had
yeah,
a nice.
yeah, okay.
So
Yeah.
he had even to this day because me and him still follow each other and they be kind of like no shade apart, me kind of want to be like, let's see what the grown version of this look like. You know what I'm saying? But at that time, he was very attracted to me. I was attracted to him. So yes, I would take my meat, put it in between his cheeks, and I would
Oh.
grind until
Mhm.
it was all on his back. So then
Mhm.
after that, and again, it was like this thrill seeking thing because it's like we don't know when these people gonna walk through the door.
Oh, yes. Okay, that's
Cause
it
they
made it
going to
more
get
fun.
food. I mean,
Yeah, that's
but no
more
shade.
yes.
Where I am, and now, look, if you trying to have that fun with me as an adult, you might as well pass me by. Cause I'm too scared to do that shit now.
Yeah,
I'd
because
be like,
you haven't yeah. But
I'm
I
already
understand that
queer.
thrill
I don't need
seeking.
no time for no sort of
Yes.
stereotypes placed on me about oh y'all doing this and it's in the confine. Now if we in four walls,
Yeah. Oh, yes.
your
Yes.
walls are done. But if we're outside the four walls, I'm gonna be too nervous. I'm not gonna be able to perform right, and if we get
Yes.
caught, I'm gonna cuss your ass out and,
Yeah,
and
you
be like,
want
"Well,
more
we the reason why
discretion.
we in this shit."
Yeah, we want more discretion here. We gotta be more discreet. But no, thank you
Yes.
for sharing that, Bubs. I just because we both we both love men, so I just wanted to
Mm-hmm.
kind of because like I said, I've experienced it. But only difference is that yeah, the whole going the back out thing. I like that concept. I do like that concept, but don't skirt on me. I'm telling you, if you skirt on me, I'm gonna cut
Ah!
you. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna splat on my back. That's the only difference. That's the only
Well,
difference.
I mean, well, if it was
Yeah.
more so penetration, it wouldn't be all this.
But
But at that time, it's just
yeah, yeah,
it
just
where it was.
yeah, we just yeah, where it fell.
Superman, you.
Okay. See, this is what okay, now I see what Steven was talking about. Now I
Shout out
see
to
what
Queen
Steven
Stevie.
see because you say you're gonna have fun, he's gonna make you laugh.
Yes. One
Yeah.
thing that I do, no shade, like one thing about BubzDaGawd is I'm going to do what is known as edutainment. I'm gonna educate but also entertain because
Yes,
no
yes.
shade, black people, we need theatrics with our stuff.
Yeah, thank you.
So I
Yes.
just acquiesce
I
there.
love it. I love it because I don't want, when I do these interviews and I am so blessed to have the interviews that I have. Please check them out, by the way.
Yeah.
Because I just really enjoy the space to share this space with these, with amazing people, including yourself. And
Thank you.
and I want that, to have that balance between, education and entertainment because I don't want it to be
Yes.
boring, I'm because people already think I'm boring as it is. So, but I
Mm.
want to have a
You see, I'm
balance.
engaged, so hey.
Yes, yes, absolutely. But so
Mm-hmm.
Bubs, let's go back. Okay, so high school. So
Mm-hmm.
what was your transition like? What did you do right after high school? What did you transition into?
Uh, relationships. What I originally had planned is that I ended up auditioning for a school called AMDA. I think it's called American
Oh, so you
Musical
want
and
to go to the
Dramatic.
performing arts
Yeah, I went to
area?
go to
Oh,
performing arts school. Yeah, I
mhm,
really
mhm.
wanted to go to Juilliard, but I heard that at AMDA they work you a lot harder than they do at Juilliard, and I'm cool with that.
Oh, okay.
So I remember after school, um, after I graduated, we ended up going to Ohio for an audition, and they wanted me. It's just that it cost $20,000 a semester,
A
and we wasn't
semester, not
really
even a year, a semester.
a semester. This is a high. This is one of them performing arts school in New York, and so you know that you gonna have to pay. But we
Yes.
weren't very on board like we should have been as far as scholarships, grants, stuff like that. We weren't doing any of that, so we didn't have that prepared. So unfortunately, I did not end up going, even though they wanted me. They wasn't like, "Oh, you can't go." Like I passed the audition.
Mm,
But because of that, what happened is that before I graduated, I ended up saying, okay, well, I'm about to graduate and I feel more comfortable to kind of be myself because I came out to my friends first before everybody else. So I'm like, okay, now I'm on MySpace and I'm like, okay, I'm about to find some fine ass. Yeah, let me see what I can find. Hold on, let me see. Let me look.
MySpace.
Let me do.
Yeah,
Yeah, back in the
yeah,
day, my top
yeah.
eight. You know where you stood with your friend. Why I went from 2 to 5? What happened? So I ended up following, going on MySpace, and I ended up following this one dude who would eventually end up being my first love, and we were
Okay.
talking and conversing. So after I was not able to go to AMDA, I started to focus on that. You know what I'm saying? So, and he was actually he was not even he was actually the reason that motivated me to come out to my family because he told me, he said,
Mm,
I'm not finna live in a lie with you.
got
You know what
it.
I'm saying? Either you're gonna tell them the truth or you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
lose me. And of course, I want to live my life. So I made the choice. And
Mm.
that's when relationships became my career for the majority of my 20s.
Oh,
I
so
was
you
more
was
so
you so that was your focus. You was focused on the men's.
yes, yes, I was focused on relationship and affirmation in that way. I didn't wasn't really doing what I should have
Oh yeah,
done with
but
like
okay,
acting.
so
Hmm.
that's what I want to know, Bubs. Like, what were you hoping to just what were you seeking? When you was like just I mean, I understand you were seeking like maybe a steady relationship, but what were you hoping to gain from that? What was your end game? You know,
Hmm.
what you focusing more on relationships than
The
other
fact
endeavors.
that the fact that if I gave my love to another person and they gave me that love back, I feel like I would be able to do anything.
Oh,
So it
mm,
was more so of like if I'm
mm,
making my accomplishments, it's kind of like I want to thank God, source, universe, consciousness, the creator of all things. I want to thank my parents, and thank my partner. Because when
ah,
you have a partner, it's sometimes depending on how the dynamic is, it's easier to go through life with. And I'm not going to lie, like
mm,
the first relationship that I was in, I'm grateful that it was with him because he was like the only real long lasting relationship that I had. It was about 2.5 years. Everyone else did not even last 6 months. So after him, I never was in like a what I would consider a real relationship
got
where
it,
I
got it.
felt what I felt with him at that
Mm,
time. So I spent the majority of my 20s searching for that energy again.
oh,
So
okay.
that's why I never
There's
got
nothing
it.
wrong with that at all. I know some people might feel like you can't be jumped from one thing to another, but sometimes people just enjoy the idea or enjoy the artistry of being in a relationship because it is art. It's an art
Yeah.
form too. They
Yes.
don't,
Yeah.
people don't realize that.